Well, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Quick Quote Live, where we're going to talk about scaling your roofing business with instant quotes. My name's Dan Schertz. I'm a co-founder and partner here at Quick Quote for Roofs and joined by my fellow co-founder and partner, Fred Stepp, today. Fred, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Dan.
Good to see you, partner. Well, we are so excited to have you here. Thank you for giving us a little bit of time to talk to you about Quick Quote for Roofs. And so I'm just going to get you started with what to expect today. So we're going to talk to you and show you what Quick Quote is, the instant quoting platform that is making it possible for contractors like you to secure more warm leads, provide starting at pricing for your homeowners that are looking for that roof replacement, and jumpstarting your sales process. We're going to show you how it works. We're going to share with you some examples of what our many of our contractors are doing to utilize the tool to help grow their business. And then we'll take some questions and answers from you. So want to encourage you throughout the webinar, if you would, if there's a question that comes up, pop that question in the chat. And one of our teammates, Andrew, is going to take a look at those, and then I'll get with you and we'll answer those questions at the kind of the tail end of our conversation. But to get things started, Fred, let's talk about what is Quick Quote and how it works. Want to take it away for us, sir?
Absolutely, Dan. Happy to do that and welcome everyone. All right, first, let's just go through the user experience. Let's just say someone Googles Bald Eagle Roofs and Exteriors. That's a roofing contractor here where we are in Columbus, Georgia. So they find their website one way or the other. They Google them, they click, they go to the website. As you can see, there's a button at the bottom, and we can have that button go anywhere. We can also have a sliding button somewhere along the side right here if that's what you wanted to opt into. Notice this, we have the option, again, it's optional for a pop-up to come up. Because again, the goal here is when someone goes to your website, we want to make it as easy as possible for the homeowner to see that you can offer a free 60-second quote. So let's just go through the process, and this is how easy it is. This particular contractor works in two different states, so we have different pricing for each state per his request. So this is the form fill that we're asking the homeowner to do. If you'll notice, there's not a whole lot of information we're asking for. We just need their first name, last name, email, phone number, and the address of their home that they're looking for. That's it. So there's very little friction. We make it very easy for the homeowner to access the quote. Now, I'm not going to click on this because this is an actual live contractor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our demo page. Okay. Now keep in mind this demo page here. If you decide to do this, we would actually customize. We put your logo in and use a picture that you would like us to use as well. So let's just do this. My first name is Fred. My last name is Stepp. Here's my email, my phone number. I'm just going to do my home address. It's 5070 Hawks Ridge Drive, Columbus, Georgia. We do offer commercial or residential. This, of course, would be for residential. I'm not a robot. And here's how simple it is. I'm clicking this, and that's all we're asking the homeowner to do. And that's all we'll ask you to do as well. So what we're playing right now is a 60-second promotional video. It takes 60 seconds because we're interfacing with Eagle View's data. Dan, do you want to explain what's happening here?
Yeah, absolutely. So, a common question we get is, well, where does the measurement information come from with Quick Quote? Well, we're proud to be the only instant quoting platform that's directly integrated with EagleView's quick measurement data product that they actually launched a couple years ago and launched it with Quick Quote for Roofs. So, what Quick Quote for Roofs does is we get this measurement from EagleView. When that Get Estimate button is clicked, that address is sent to EagleView. They look at that address and they identify with that property, the surface area of the roof is X, the predominant pitch of the roof is Y, and they factor those two things together to create a quick measurement. This is not their full takeoff. This does not get you everything you need if you wanted to do. It's not their quick squares. It's not the premier report. It's simply a quick measurement that allows us to provide a quick estimate for the homeowner. That measurement is then sent back to the widget, and you, as the contractor, have determined what materials and what pricing you want to feature with your quick quotes. And as you can see with this results page that's generated here, the measurement there on the left side of the screen, Fred's roof measured 6,375 square feet. So we're almost 64 squares for that roof, and his predominant pitch is actually a 12-12. So that's the information that comes from EagleView, and then it's applied to your material and pricing. And Fred, I'll let you walk him through the results page here.
You got it. Well, the most important thing is it the right house and are the measurements pretty close? And the answer is yes to both. So that's good. That's one of the reasons we wanted to go with Eagle View because they are the gold standard of aerial measurement. So being as close to that actual number as we can get, again, it is an estimate, but being as close as we can get, we think is extremely important. So in this particular case, on our demo page, you can see we're offering asphalt, tile, metal, synthetic, and cedar shake. What we have here, what you're seeing is our financing option. So if you offer financing, we're more than happy. We can put your best deal in there. We would just need the terms of the deal. We would need the number of months and the and your APR. So that helps take some of the sticker shock off of there. But if you don't offer financing or don't want to show the financing on this page, that's not a problem. Let me show you some other examples of what contractors have done across the country. This is a common approach here. This is Gotcha Covered Roofing out of Orlando. A lot of people will go with a good, better, best type of format. A lot of our clients will just choose these three and maybe put in a metal option. Because they're in Florida, Gotcha Covered's elected to also do tile, stone-coated tile. And then they get more detailed with EuroShield, Da Vinci, and then of course metal roofing. But note what we're doing here for the homeowner and for you, because there's many ways for you to use this, and we'll get into that in a moment. But the homeowner can now say, okay, this person in Orlando, Florida, I've got, roughly 25 squares, 25, 26 squares, and to start, I can replace my roof for as little as 12.3, or it could cost as much as 32.5 if I really wanted to get fancy. That's what we're trying to do. We just want to give the homeowner an idea of what it might cost. And it also gives you a chance to show off, the products that you've got. Here's another example. This is Sound Performance out of the great state of Washington. They've simplified it. They're just showing a standard shingle, a composite shingle. They show TPO and standing metal seam, or standing seam metal. So it's, you can show whatever you want to show. Here's another example. I love what Ouachita Roofers out of Arkansas has done. They've actually chosen to use their own pictures. So again, we can customize this results page however it is that you need it to look in terms of your products and your pricing. We can't really change the format of it, but we can certainly change your pictures, products, and pricing. So they've chosen to really get specific, again, with roofs in their areas and things that they've shown. And here's another one. You don't have to show a few of them. You can show a lot. This is Leak Busters out of Fort Myers, or out of South Florida as well. You can see what they're doing. Again, they're getting really detailed with the products. But what I love about this, again, the homeowner, almost a 31 square house, they're looking at, all right, almost 21,000 all the way up to, 81,000 if they needed to. So it just gives the homeowner and it gives you a lot of options and ways to see this.
Well, thanks for sharing that, Fred, and appreciate the different experiences that every contractor is elected to use. So, key point here is you can customize this to fit with the materials that are most common and most valuable, most profitable to you in your market. And you can adjust those materials and those the pricing as often as you need to. So it's a very easy tool to use and update as you want. Um, let's talk a little bit, Fred, about then we see the results page, we see what that looks like, but how are contractors utilizing QuickQuote to try and get those leads and what are the tools that they're using to drive more activity for the tool?
You got it, Dan. So most of our contractors that are having a lot of success, they're marketing it, right? I mean, you could place this on your website and organic traffic will come in. You'll get some quotes, okay? But what you really want to do is make your marketing work with this. Let people know in your areas, in your respective towns, that you have QuickQuote, that they can come to your website and get a 60-second quote. Or what we can also do is we will send you a QR code. It's a customized QR code, and we would strongly encourage you, Put it on your door hangers, put it on your yard signs. We've had folks wrap their trucks with it, put it on business cards. Get that QR code out there because what will happen, particularly with younger homeowners, is they'll scan that code and it takes them straight to the form fill. It'll bypass the website. So, again, it just helps increase conversions and they can fill that form fill out immediately. You will
Mhm.
get a notification as well that they're there. And I'll even show you something else about your CRM here in just a moment. So, what we've got is we've also done a series of best practices. We've put this together. Really think about QuickQuote in terms of the way that you use it in three different buckets. Okay. There's the operations side, there's the sales side, which of course is the lead gen, and then there's the marketing side of this. We don't have time today for me to go over all of these with you, but I can tell you this, when you do sign up, part of the onboarding process would be I'll actually do a best practices meeting with you personally, and it doesn't take long, and none of this is earth shattering, but they're just good ideas. Because Dan, I think you're the one that really started this originally. These are actually ideas from real contractors. It's not our ideas, right?
Exactly. We've been working with hundreds of contractors that have been involved with the platform. We've been utilizing QuickQuote now for a little over 2 years, and it's been great to see how contractors have found unique and creative ways to use this tool to help them convert more opportunities into warm leads, right? So whether it's a phone call coming in and empowering their team, and you can speak a little bit to that, or maybe it's their canvassers and how can they convert more of those doors that they knock into a warm lead because we know not every door they knock opens the door. There's just been really neat to see how, I mean, we've the grocery store. So it's been cool to see those best practices applied by the guys.
Yep. So
I'm gonna jump in real quick, Fred. I want to say I saw a question come through from Ryan. I want to go ahead and
sure.
address this. This was around the Eagle View imagery, and Ryan, appreciate you asking about that in the Pacific Northwest. So I will tell you that we are not we're running into very few situations where the imagery isn't able to capture that home or that roof. It does still happen from time to time. You're right. The evergreens, if there's yeah, that blockage or they can't get the full image, sometimes that will create a challenge with the imagery and the measurement. I will tell you that we actually have a custom landing page that addresses that in the event that we can't grab that measurement because it's got an obstruction or maybe it's a brand new construction and they haven't flown their plane over it yet. It actually tells the homeowner, hey, we're sorry, we're having a hard time getting this measurement, but we're going to contact you shortly to see if we can come out and get a quick measurement for you very quickly. So you would be notified, you still get the lead. We've built into the experience that if and when that were to happen, that you still get the lead and you can respond to that homeowner quickly so that they can get some information from you there. We might see there that test one there at the bottom has a zero measurement. Fred, you might just click on that real quick.
Yep. I was looking for one where nope, that
Oh,
actually came through.
no, they didn't come back.
I was looking for one that actually shows that it doesn't happen often, so it's harder for me to find.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but
Ryan,
you know,
hopefully Ryan, that addresses that question, and we'd be glad to show you offline. We can show you what that user experience is, but we've been very very pleased with the overall success rate. Rarely do we find something that comes back without a measurement because it's an obstruction or new construction or it's in an extremely rural area. So, Fred, are there back to the best practices? Any couple that you might want to just speak to specifically that you haven't already mentioned a little bit today that you might want to share?
sure. You mentioned this briefly, Dan. Obviously, train your phone staff. It seems so simple, right? But just imagine how powerful it is if, all right, today is Wednesday morning. Let's say somebody comes home tonight, a homeowner, they see a drip in their roof. They call you because of your marketing, because of your reputation. They get a hold of you, and let's just say you can't get out there till Friday morning. Okay, and that's reasonable. Well, as soon as they hang up the phone with you, what are they likely to do? Even if you get the appointment, they may very well call your competition, right? Maybe they can get somebody out there tonight or even tomorrow. So think about how powerful this is. Dan calls me, I'm a roofer, and he calls me and he says, hey, Fred, I've got a leak. Can you get out here? I'll tell him, Dan, I can't get out there till Friday morning, but here's what I can do. In the meantime, let's just say worst case scenario, you needed a whole roof replacement. I can go ahead and just get some basic info from you right now. And I can show you, give you a wide range of what a starting at cost for a roof would be. Like so many times, folks, we can't go out and do an estimate till we see it in person, right? This just takes care of that. It makes you a lot stickier to that homeowner if you can literally send them the report. They'll get an email from you. It's branded, it's got your logo. It just helps keep your conversion a little higher, makes you stickier, and keeps it less likely that they're going to reach out to another roofer. So that's one thing we would certainly encourage you to do. We can integrate this into your CRM. That's another advantage of what we can operate and do here. We integrate directly, like with AccuLinks and Job Nimbus. I don't think we've found a CRM yet that we can't get into yet. And so long as there's an open face API, we can webhook it, we can Zapier or use Zapier to get ourselves into it. But this way, the lead will be emailed to you and any member of your team that you want to receive the email. But this way, it can also be, again, dropped directly into your leads in your inbox for your CRM. So we think that's really a cool thing that we offer. QR tracking codes that we mentioned earlier. If you really wanted to get Big Brother, let's say you have a growing sales team, you can literally put individual QR codes on those door hangers, on those yard signs, on business cards. So it's just a way for you to track the team. And again, the more people you let know about this, the better. One more tip that I'd like to show you, and again, we'll go over all of these once you get onboarded, once you join us, okay? But one tip in particular I really like is the referral partners. We can assign a QR code for realtors or solar companies or other partners to help track the referrals. So again, I'm a realtor. I'm talking with Dan. I'm telling Dan, hey Dan, I can probably increase the value of your home by X if we put a new roof on it. How much would that cost? Well, they literally pull their phone out right there on the front porch, scan, get the quick quote themselves, and guess what? Now here's a referral from the realtor. It's your logo, it's your quote. You're going to find out about the lead as well. It's an easy way to get appointments and hopefully sell some roofs. So those are just a few of the best practices that I would suggest. But again, we'll go over these in great detail with you once you sign up.
All right, thanks so much, Fred. Good stuff. So, gang, I hope that you're seeing, we've shown you what it is, how it works, some ways that our partners are utilizing the tool today to help them grow their business. The question I'm sure we're all wondering at this point, Fred, though, is how much does it cost? I mean, what do I have to spend in order to get this tool as part of my systems and processes in my company?
Dan, that's the big question, isn't it? And the answer is it's not very expensive. You really can get a big bang for your buck here. What most of our clients have done is they pay for it for the year up front. It's a $2,700 annual subscription with a one-time setup fee of just $550. It's $3,250 for the first year. The reason most of our clients choose to do this is because it saves them $600 over the year. But hey, let's say you didn't want to pay $3,250 out the gate, okay? Not a problem. We can still do this monthly. Now it's an annual commitment, but the first month would be $825. That's the 275 subscription plus the 550 one-time setup fee. And then that would be followed by 11 payments of just $275. We'll get your credit card on file. We can hit it the same day every month. We really make it easy and stress-free for you. Either way is fine. You're going to get the same support, the same onboarding priority, doing it either way. But yeah, we did want to make it very easy. There is a money back guarantee that we offer, and it's a very simple money back guarantee. If you can't sell $10,000 worth of roofing jobs from using QuickQuote, we'll give you your money back. And I can say that with great confidence because as long as we've been doing it, we've never had to do that. Okay, it just works. It's really, I like to say it's not brain surgery, but this really can be a no-brainer for you.
Absolutely, Fred. Thank you for sharing that. And gang, again, when we built this out and we created this tool, we wanted it to be a tool that would be relatively simple for you as a roofing contractor to be able to add to your mix. That if you sold one roof over the course of the year, you've covered your subscription costs. So now you're not worried about chasing and recovering the initial investment. you're able to make that money quickly back, and then you're leveraging it to help you grow your business. So, excellent, Fred. Thanks for that. And actually, I just saw another question come up. We're coming up to the Q&A time here. Ryan, I see your question here. How do you prepare customers for the variance in price? That's a great question. In fact, something that we've thought a lot about and why we position the pricing on our platform the way we do. We know that homeowners don't understand roof systems really very well at all. There's a lot of things that go into those roof systems. And so it's very difficult just from a measurement perspective to accurately give you a firm, exact, precise bid. I mean, depending on what their pitch is, depending on if they've got a couple of layers on that roof you got to tear off, maybe some decking was damaged that needs to be replaced. There could be a lot of factors that go into that. So what we wanted to do, and when you talk about preparing customers for the variance in price, in essence, because you feature multiple products and most of our clients are doing a good, better, best of their primary material and then maybe a premium material or two, you're showing the homeowner a range. You've not given them an exact quote, an exact price. You're showing them a range. And this is a way, looking at pricing in this way is something that's familiar to your homeowners. It's familiar to them because this is how they've purchased any car they've ever bought, right? When you think about buying a car or a truck, you get that base model and it's starting at X. But if you want the next package or the next tier, it starts at Y, and the next tier above that starts at Z. And it's always positioned as starting at because I may add some features and things to my vehicle that might adjust or tweak the final price. And that can't be determined until I actually sit down and work with somebody to do that. So Ryan, that's really how with this we're helping you navigate that variance in price. You're not backed into a corner with a firm bid. In fact, the if you would go back to the one of those results page, Fred, we actually state you'll see there's an asterisk next to every single price. So it says starting at 12,350. But as that asterisk, if we scroll down, and so this is on every results page, this estimate is not a guarantee and pricing is subject to change because we know that there's those subtle variances and subtle issues that you need to really get eyes on that roof to see for you to be able to give them that exact price, that exact bid. But now for me as a homeowner, in this example, I know I'm going to be somewhere between 12 and 32, maybe a little more because the 32 price is a starting at price too. So depending on what I want, I'm 12 to 35 grand and away you go. So
And Dan, something I'd like to point out too that we haven't mentioned, we can actually we can tier the pricing. For
yeah,
example,
please bring that up. Yeah.
yep, if it's a low slope, we can have the pricing to be a little more affordable. Medium slope goes up a little bit. If it's a steep slope, we would ask you to charge more. So again, depending on your area, oftentimes, like for a standard shingle, let's say someone may come in at, I don't know, 350 a square. For a medium pitch, it might be 375. For a steeper pitch, it might be 400. And again, those can vary, but yeah, we can absolutely tier the pricing to make the quote as accurate as possible.
Yeah, thanks for that, Fred. Yeah, so you can see like in this example, this roof pitch is 712. That might fall more in that medium tier. We allow you to tell us how does you dictate to us my labor cost
Yep.
change based on that pitch. If maybe it's 0 to 6 is one cost, 7 to 10 is another, and 11 plus is another. Well, then we can get that. You can have different pricing for all of those so that you're showing a more accurate starting at price there. Any other questions as before we begin to wrap up here? We're hoping to give you all a little bit of time back. We know you've committed 45 minutes today, but we'd love to get a little more time back to you. Fred, while we're looking to see if there are any more questions, you might just I see you've got a couple of testimonials here on the screen. We love these guys here that have been a part of the plan and part of our program, but we've got a lot of good things said from our clients.
We really have, and we're relationship people at this company, and it's been wonderful getting to know so many contractors across the country. I can tell you this: the you're gonna get out of this what you put into it. Again, it can live on your website static, and an occasional lead will trickle in. And we have clients who are perfectly happy with that. We have many clients that may get 1 to 5, 1 to 10 quotes per month. and they're perfectly satisfied, right? We have others, though, that are really utilizing this, putting it into their marketing, letting people know about it, getting that QR code out. Dan, they're people getting, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 quotes a month. And
That's
that's
right.
awesome. From time to time, you may have somebody get a lot of them,
Mhm.
depending on if a storm comes through or how they're using it. But you're going to get out of QuickQuote what you put into it. And again, we have people signing up again now, so some starting into their third year, and they're
Yeah.
thrilled with it. And it's just become an integral part of their operation.
Uh, well, and one of my favorite testimonials that we have is actually if you ever happen to attend the FRSA show, and you come out there, we've got a good friend of ours, TJ Prime at King's Roofing. He's one of our very first subcontractors on there. That fella sits in our booth. And he will tell people about it. He loves it so much. So it's great when we get those kind of positive, encouraging kind of testimonials and celebrations from our clients. Hey, Ryan, great question there. We're not great advertisers, rely heavily on word of mouth. So this is a wonderful tool that you can add if you're not doing a ton of advertising. A couple of things that I'll share with you. First of all, word of mouth is the best advertising that's there, right? So we encourage our contractors when you have whatever your referral program is. Maybe you leave a card with those clients and you offer them an incentive if they refer or those sorts of things. But whatever material you might give that homeowner to give to their friends and neighbors to try to encourage them to refer, put the QR code of the quick quote on the back of that card that says free quote in 60 seconds. You will see more referrals come in because that free quote is something easy for the person that they referred you to do real quick to see if they want to just get an initial estimate. You then get that lead information. And when you call and you say, well, hey, how did you hear about us? And they say, well, my neighbor Donnie told me you did a great job. Now you know that it was referral from Donnie, but you also made it easier for the person he referred you to get information. Another referral, Fred mentioned the realtors. If you're a heavy word of mouth company, you probably have a few realtors that you lean into, and you want to be their best friend, right? Because if a home inspector says that roof's damaged and it needs to be replaced, now they're panicked because it has to get done before closing. Well, now they can do a QR code on the back of that business card that Fred mentioned, and you can help them quickly there. The other piece, Ryan, is when you're doing the work, I'm sure, I mean, you use yard signs, maybe smart tarps or things like that to tell people in the neighborhood, hey, we're working on, you have your logoed trucks. Fred, if you would, let's go back to that. Yes, make that larger there. Some of our clients do something like this, and they put a little door hanger on all the homes that are next to the home they're working on. It says, pardon our dust. We're in your neighborhood. We're helping your neighbor. We're going to make sure everything's nice and tidy. We won't disrupt you. If there's any concerns, give us a call. If you're curious what it might be to replace your roof, scan this code and get a quote from us in 60 seconds. So this is a great way to take the work you're already doing and to help your word of mouth get more. You generate a few more leads that way. So you don't have to do a ton of marketing to make it work. Just plug it into the processes you already have, and you'll see some wonderful results from QuickQuote. Appreciate that question, Ryan, because a lot of the folks we talk to, that word of mouth is their kind of their primary way of getting leads. Okay. Well, gang, thank you so much for giving us the time today. We're coming up here just about on 30 minutes. So I want to just wrap with this. Here's what you can expect. You're going to receive an email from us that's got some links to the pages that Fred has referenced here today, so you can learn a little bit more about how to use the tool, check out some of the testimonials, even see some of the videos that our clients have created or we've created for them to put on that countdown when the quote is being generated. We're also going to you'll have a link where you can try out Quick Quote yourself, do a couple of test pulls if you'd like to, and see what that looks like. But one other thing that we're going to do for you is, as a thank you for making some time for us today, we have a special offer. If you decide that you'd like to sign up for Quick Quote and you'd like to get things started, for those that attended today, we're going to take that one-time setup fee and we're going to cut that in half for you. We're going to make that a half price setup fee for you. If you decide to move forward and you want to sign up by a week from Friday, so December 12th, if you do that, that'll give us enough time to get everything dialed in for you before the holiday so you can hit the new year running with Quick Quote in your arsenal. So we'll share all of that information for you. If you have any questions, if you'd like to run a few things by us directly. Fred, maybe it would be all right if maybe they reached out to you.
Absolutely. Here's my personal cell number. It's 706-761-5600. Again, 706-761-5600.
Fantastic. And gang, like I said, Fred and I are two of the co-founders and partners here at Quick Quote for Roofs. We do this because we value so much the relationships that we build working with contractors like you. You work your butts off every day to help people protect one of the most important assets in their lives, their home that protects the absolute most important things in their lives, their family and their memories. We love being able to help you help more people. So we want to thank you for giving us some time to share with you Quick Quote for Roofs. We hope that you gleaned a few good things today, and we would love the opportunity to talk to you more and get this started as part of your program in 26. Have a wonderful rest of your day, gang. We're going to let you out a little early. Take care.